What's going on, guys? It's Brad here from GigaPress, and if you are ready to build a website for yourself, your business, or a side project, well, today is the day. In this video, you'll learn exactly how to build a beautiful website without any web development experience and without writing a single line of code. I want to make this as straightforward and actionable as I can, so without wasting any more time, let's dive right in. Step 1. Choose a platform for your website. There are so many different platforms and website builders out there, and choosing the right one can feel a bit overwhelming. You've got WordPress, Drupal, Squarespace, Joomla, and Wix, just to name a few. And of course, you could also code a website yourself from scratch, but that would take a lot longer, and you probably wouldn't love the end result. For this tutorial, we're going to be using WordPress, which is by far the most popular website platform out there. Just take a look at this data from builtwith.com, which shows that WordPress owns 52% of the market. And there's a reason for that. There are actually a lot of reasons for that. First of all, WordPress is completely free. You do need to purchase a domain name and a web hosting account, and those are very affordable. We'll talk about that, but there is no cost associated with WordPress itself. It's free. You own it, you can use it however you want, and you're never locked in. It's also extremely powerful. Whether you're starting a blog, creating a business website, or building a full-fledged e-commerce store, WordPress can handle just about anything. And finally, WordPress is easy to use. Even if you're a total beginner, it doesn't take long to get comfortable using WordPress, and you don't need any coding knowledge to build a great website. So with all of that in mind, if you're just getting started, I would strongly suggest going with WordPress. Now let's talk about how to actually get started. Step 2, get a domain name and a hosting account. Before you can start your website, you'll need a domain name and a web hosting account. Your domain name is your website's unique web address, for example, yoursite.com. Your web host is the service that stores your website's files and connects it to the public internet so that people can actually visit it. You can get both of these from SiteGround, which is arguably the most reputable and well-respected web host in the industry. Just take a look at these polls. Everybody loves SiteGround. It's what we use here at GigaPress, and it's the only service I recommend for new website owners. We have a special link in the description below this video where you can get a pretty serious discount on SiteGround hosting. So you can get started for as low as $3.95 per month as opposed to the regular price of $11.95 per month. And that is an affiliate link, so it's a great way to save some money while also supporting this channel so we can bring you more tutorial videos like this one. So when you open up that SiteGround link, you're going to notice there are 3 plans here: Startup, Grow Big, and Go Geek. Which one of these is right for you? If you're just getting started and you only plan on building one website, the startup plan should be more than enough. It supports one website and up to 10,000 visits per month. The Grow Big plan is a great value if you want to create multiple sites under a single account. It supports unlimited websites and up to 25,000 visits per month. The Go Geek plan is really powerful, but it's probably overkill if you're just getting started. It also supports unlimited websites, but here you can go up to 100,000 visits per month. If you're not sure which plan to choose, here's the way I think of it for somebody who's just getting started. If you only need one site, go with the startup plan. If you need multiple sites, choose Grow Big. And don't worry, you can always upgrade later if you need to as your website grows. So go ahead and click Get Plan under whatever package you think is right for you. On the next page, you can register a domain name for your website. Remember, this is where people will find your website on the web. For example, yoursite.com. If you haven't decided on a name for your website yet, here are a few tips. First, go for .com or .net if you can. The extension doesn't really matter, but many people still trust .com and .net the most. Next, make it brandable. This means your domain should be unique, easy to memorize and pronounce, and trustworthy. Finally, try to use only words. You'll generally want to avoid using hyphens and only use numbers if they're part of your brand name, like 9to5mac.com. If you're having trouble coming up with good ideas that aren't taken, here's a process I like to use. First, make a list of random words related to your topic or niche. Next, run each of those words through thesaurus.com to get some synonyms and add all of those synonyms to the list. Throw in some other words that aren't necessarily related to your topic, like adjectives, prefixes, suffixes, words you just happen to like, and so on. Then spend some time playing with different combinations of the words on your list to see what works and what doesn't. You can also look at other websites in your industry, see what patterns you notice, and kind of draw inspiration from those. Once you've decided on a name, go ahead and enter it into SiteGround and click Proceed. Finally, you'll need to enter some information to create your SiteGround account and process your payment. I'm going to edit this out so I don't have to show the world my credit card number, but go ahead and fill this out, and don't worry, we're almost done with this part of the process. You'll be working on your website itself very soon. At the bottom of this page, you'll have the option of choosing a billing period of 12, 24, or 36 months. This part is important because the discounted price will be locked in for whatever period you choose here. The longer the billing cycle, the more money you'll save over time. So I would strongly suggest going with a billing period of at least 12 months, and ideally longer than that if you're comfortable with the upfront cost. Finally, SiteGround is going to offer you some extra services. I would recommend adding domain privacy, which ensures that spammers, telemarketers, and random internet crazies can't look up your contact info and address in the public domain records. When you add the domain privacy service, SiteGround will basically act as your agent, using their address and contact info in the public records for your domain so that nobody can see your information. The other thing here, SG Site Scanner, I usually skip that. You don't need to pay an extra $20 a year to keep your website secure. Once you've got all that squared away, go ahead and click the Pay Now button. It may ask you to confirm some information, so go ahead and do that. And once you've done that, click Proceed to Customer Area. Step 3. Install WordPress on SiteGround. Once you log into the SiteGround customer area, you should see a welcome message inviting you to create or migrate your website. To get started, click the Setup Site button. On the next page, select Start New Website and choose WordPress as your application. At the bottom, you'll create your WordPress admin account by entering an email address and a password. This is what you'll use to sign in and manage your website. Once you've entered that, click Continue. You'll probably be asked again if you want to add the SG Site Scanner service. You do not have to do this. You can just click Finish at the bottom, and guess what? In a few minutes, your website will be up and running. Now, before we move on, let me be the first to congratulate you. You just took a major first step. You literally have a live website up and running now. Seriously, open up a new tab and type in your domain name. It's not much yet, but it's there. And now we're ready to customize it. Step 4. Log into your WordPress dashboard. From now on, you'll be managing your website from your WordPress dashboard, which you can find by adding /wp-admin to the end of your domain name. For example, yourdomain.com/wp-admin. Go ahead and log in using the email address and password you chose in the previous step. The first time you log into your dashboard, SiteGround is going to show you this wizard that walks you through some of the initial setup stuff like choosing a theme and installing plugins. You can go through this if you want, but I'm actually going to skip it and go straight into WordPress because I want to show you how to do those things on your own without relying on the wizard. So we'll click Exit at the bottom here, and then you'll see your main WordPress dashboard. This is where you'll manage every part of your website, from your theme and appearance to your pages, blog posts, settings, and so on. At first, you may feel overwhelmed by all the various menus and options, but don't worry, it doesn't take long to get comfortable with WordPress. Remember, you can always access your WordPress dashboard by going to yourdomain.com/wp-admin. Step 5. Customize your basic site settings. Now that your website is up and running, there are a few basic settings you'll want to customize to your liking. So from your WordPress dashboard, click General under the Settings menu. On this page, you can change your site title. You'll notice there's probably a default placeholder there. Just clear that out and enter whatever you want your site to be called. Then you can add a short tagline, which may show up in various places on your site. This is optional. You can just delete the placeholder text if you're unsure. Finally, be sure to set the time zone to match your local time. When you're happy with these settings, scroll down and click Save Changes. Step 6. Install a WordPress theme. Now it's time to make your website look beautiful. One of the reasons I love WordPress is because it's ridiculously easy to customize your website and build something truly unique. That's made possible by themes. WordPress themes determine how your website looks. They don't change your content itself, like your posts and pages, but they do change how that content is displayed on your site. As an example, you could go from this to this in just a few clicks. WordPress comes with a simple default theme that gets an overhaul about once a year, and as you'd expect, it's compatible with most of the things you'd want to do with a WordPress site. However, I would advise most people not to use the default theme that comes with WordPress. That's not to say it's a bad theme. It's just hard to stand out and brand your business or your project if your site looks the same as thousands of others. So then, how do you find a good theme for your website? We'll start with free themes from WordPress.org. WordPress has a massive community of theme developers, many of whom release their themes for free on WordPress.org. There are thousands of free themes available, and many of them are really, really good. Now, you actually don't have to go to WordPress.org to install these themes. You can browse and install free themes through your own WordPress dashboard by clicking Themes under the Appearance menu and then clicking Add New at the top. There are themes for just about anything, whether you're building a business site, a blog, an e-commerce store, or something else entirely. When you find a theme that piques your interest, you can click on it to see a more detailed description and a rough preview. If you like it, you can click Install to add it to your site, and then Activate to immediately make it your active theme. Quick side note here, some themes may require a little bit of customization before they look exactly like the thumbnail image. We'll cover that in just a moment. Now let's cover premium themes. In addition to the free themes from WordPress.org, there's a whole world of premium themes that you can buy from third-party sellers and marketplaces. There's nothing inherently wrong with free themes, and they're actually a great place to start, but a premium theme can be a great investment if you want a high-quality design and ongoing support from the developer, which is usually included in the purchase price. Here are a few of my favorite places to get premium WordPress themes. ThemeForest is a huge marketplace where independent developers sell their themes. You could spend hours browsing WordPress themes on ThemeForest. StudioPress is one of the most reputable theme vendors in the business. They've been around a long time, and all of their themes are really good and reliable. GeneratePress is a lightning-fast, multi-purpose theme that can be customized for just about any website. The interesting thing about GeneratePress is they have all these demo sites that you can actually import with a single click and then customize to your liking. You'll find links in the description to all three of these if you want to check them out. Now, when you purchase a premium theme from any source, it'll usually be delivered as a .zip file, which you can then install directly through your WordPress dashboard. Just click Themes under the Appearance menu, then click the Add New button, and then click Upload Theme. From there, just upload the zip file and you'll have the option to preview or activate your new theme right away. Step 7. Customize your theme. Chances are, even the best theme won't look exactly the way you want right out of the box. You'll need to do some tweaking. Luckily, WordPress has a great feature where you can customize your site's appearance while viewing a live preview, so you can see the effects of your changes in real time. After you've installed and activated a theme, click Customize under the Appearance menu to open the WordPress Customizer. On this screen, you'll see a number of appearance options in the left sidebar with a live preview of your site on the right. Every theme has its own unique options in the customizer, from typography to colors, layout options, and more. You'll definitely want to spend some time going through these settings and tweaking them until your site looks just right. Now, if your site doesn't have any content yet, it may be hard to visualize exactly how the end result will look, so you may want to come back to the customizer later after you've added some posts and pages. Step 8. Add content to your website. While design is important, the most crucial part of any website is its content. By default, WordPress supports two main types of content: pages and posts. Pages are typically used for permanent static content like your About page and your Contact page. Posts are displayed on your blog in reverse chronological order, and they usually have a date, categories, and tags associated with them. Let's start by creating a page. To do this, open up your WordPress dashboard and click Add New under the Pages menu. You'll see a content editor that looks something like this. It may look slightly different depending on your theme, but the functionality is the same. Go ahead and enter a page title and some content, It doesn't have to be perfect yet, you can always edit it later. The editor divides your content into blocks, which are basically little chunks of content like paragraphs, headings, images, tables, and so on. By default, every time you press enter or return, a new paragraph block will be created. This is exactly like writing in any other text editor. However, if you'd like to add some other type of content, like a heading or an image, you can click the plus icon on the left side to choose a different block. Notice that the sidebar on the right side provides different options depending on which type of block you're currently editing. The sidebar also has a document tab where you can edit a few settings for the page as a whole. When you're ready, you can click Publish to publish your page immediately, or Save Draft if you want to come back and finish your work later. If you click Preview, it'll open up a new tab showing what this page will actually look like on your website. You can view and edit your existing pages at any time by clicking All Pages under the Pages menu. Once you've created one or more pages, you may want to add them to your site's navigation menu. You can manage your menus by clicking Menus under Appearance in your WordPress dashboard. From there, you can create a new menu, give it a name, and then use the options on the left to add whatever items you want. You can also edit the display labels of any pages you add to the menu, so it doesn't necessarily have to be the same as the actual title of the page. Once you've added some pages to your menu, be sure to select at least one display location at the bottom. This determines where the menu will actually appear on your website. The process of creating a post is very similar to creating a page. Click Add New under the Posts menu to create your first blog post. As you can see, the post editor is nearly identical to the page editor. The main difference is that you have the option to add categories and tags, which are used to organize your blog posts by topic. Most people use posts as the main central content that attracts visitors to a website. If you want to learn how to create amazing blog content, you'll want to check out our guide on building a successful blog. It covers not only how to set up your website, but how to create amazing content, drive traffic, and even how to make money from your website as well. We'll have a link to that in the description. It's a free article. You don't have to buy anything or enter your email address or anything like that. Just a free resource that you may find valuable. By default, your website's homepage is going to show your latest blog posts in reverse chronological order. If you prefer to have more control over what people see when they first land on your site, you can opt to use a static homepage instead. To do this, you'll first need to create 2 new pages. So first, you'll want to create your homepage itself. Again, this is the page you want people to see when they first land on your site. And then, because your homepage will no longer show your blog posts, you'll want to create a separate blog page. You actually don't have to add any content, just create a blank page and title it blog or something like that. Then you'll want to click Reading under the Settings menu in your WordPress dashboard. In the section that says Your Homepage Displays, select a static page. Then specify the homepage and blog page that you just created and save your changes. Once you've done this, your custom homepage will be the front page of your website, and the blank blog page will now display your latest blog posts. For some more tips on how to do this properly, check out our article on how to edit your homepage in WordPress, link in the description below. Step 9. Customize your sidebar and widget areas. If your WordPress theme has a sidebar, you can customize what shows up there by using widgets. Widgets are small blocks of content that perform a specific function, such as displaying your latest posts, archives, social media profiles, a search box, or even just custom text. They're most commonly used in sidebars, but many themes also have widget areas in other locations like the footer. You can manage your widgets in the WordPress customizer by clicking Customize under the Appearance menu and navigating to the Widgets section. Step 10. Install plugins for added functionality. One of the biggest selling points of WordPress is its extensibility. With the right plugins, you can make your website do just about anything. Plugins range in their scope from simple modifications like adding social media buttons to your blog posts to more complex things like turning your site into a full-fledged social network. There are tens of thousands of plugins available for free from WordPress.org, and like themes, you can install plugins directly through your WordPress dashboard without having to download anything. Just click Add New under the Plugins menu and either browse the recommended plugins or search for whatever you happen to need. To get you started, here are a few plugins that I recommend installing. First is Yoast SEO. This plugin does all sorts of things for your website's SEO or search engine optimization, with the goal of helping you rank higher in search engines like Google. We'll have a link to our WordPress SEO tutorial in the description below for some tips on how to set it up. Next is GA Google Analytics. This plugin makes it super easy to add your Google Analytics tracking code to all pages on your site, so you don't have to do it manually. And finally, Contact Form 7, which is an easy way to add contact forms to your posts and pages. After you install and activate a plugin, it'll usually add a new link somewhere in your WordPress menu where you can manage its settings. For example, Yoast SEO adds a new SEO menu, as you can see here. Sometimes the plugin settings will be hidden as a submenu as well. For example, the GA Google Analytics plugin adds a link under the settings menu, so you may have to search for it, but that's generally how it works. Wrapping up. At this point, we've covered all the essentials of building a website with WordPress. If you have any trouble along the way, don't worry, WordPress is so popular and so well documented that any question you have is just a Google search away. In fact, we have a lot of free tutorials on our website at gigapress.net, and you can subscribe to our YouTube channel for more video tutorials like this one. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. And again, if this video was helpful, I'd love it if you'd hit that like button and subscribe for more WordPress content.